this middle school, this gym class was brutal. Every single day, mile runs, rain or shine. No basketball, no dodgeball, just running. So when this kid showed up in a cast, people were jealous. No gym for him for like a month and a half. Eventually, he healed. But when the doctors took his cast off, they gave it back to him. And that gave him a brilliant idea. I have a brilliant idea. He reinforced the inside of the cast with foam, rewrapped parts of the outside with bandage tape, and kept the cast in a sling. Then he began making an offer to students. $50 a month. No gym, no questions asked. So what, I give you the money, you give me the cast, and I wear it for a month, and then I don't have to do gym? That's right, my furry little friend. What? Nothing. And it worked. Kids who paid would get the cast, put it on, and be limping around school, holding their arm like it hurt. They could even pay extra, and this kid would forge doctor's notes for them. Well, when they walked into gym class with his cast on, the gym teacher asked no questions. They were just gonna sit out, and that was that. Well, demand got so high that the wait list was pretty long. He even had people Venmoing him early to reserve a spot. Well, some teachers were starting to get skeptical about why so many kids were breaking their left arm, but it wasn't that big of a deal yet. And soon enough, this entire business fell apart. One of the kids who rented this cast for a month let his friend borrow it for his gym period. I don't want to do gym today, man. Bro, it's fine. Take this. I rented it. It's mine for the month anyway. Here, put it on. Nice. Super dumb move. So third period, one kid walks into gym class with the cast on. Then fourth period, a completely different kid walks in with the same cast on to gym class. The gym teacher clocked it immediately. They both got sent to the office, they snitched on the kid who ran this business, and boom, everything was shut down. Kind of a brilliant idea, but maybe it could have been executed better, but still, you gotta respect the hustle. I ate half my meatloaf, but she said it wasn't enough. So one day, this kid goes through the lunch line. He gets his lunch tray, meatloaf, peas, chocolate milk, all that stuff, which meatloaf for lunch is crazy, but anyway. He eats a little bit of it, obviously it's not that great, so he throws it in the garbage. But a lunch monitor sees this happen and walks over, like she caught him shoplifting. You're wasting school resources. If you're not gonna eat, don't take food. I wasn't hungry. Well, next time you're eating alone. She writes him up on the spot, and the next day he has lunch detention. He walks in expecting to be alone, but there's another kid already sitting there. Very similar story. He didn't finish his corn and got written up by the same lunch monitor. Both of them go home that day and tell their parents. And the parents, they do not take this lightly. Calls get made, emails are sent. Apparently, this lunch monitor has been doing this all year, punishing kids for not cleaning their trays, for not eating every last bite. By the end of the week, she is pulled from the lunchroom. Next week, there's another lady taking her spot. New lunch monitor and a totally better vibe. From then on, if you weren't hungry, you could just throw your food out. What a concept. That lady's insane. So this mom sent her son to preschool. He's 5, super nice kid, and he loves the lunches she packs for him. They're not normal lunches or whatever, but they're his favorites. Celery sticks with blue cheese and goat cheese, a little bit of kimchi and spam, they're Korean, and a few spicy Doritos tossed in sriracha. What a bold lunch. And honestly, that sounds freaking awesome. Let's go. Anyway, a few hours after she picked him up one day, she gets a call from the teacher, and the teacher doesn't even try to be nice. Hi, yeah, I need you to stop packing your son such disgusting and inappropriate lunches. The mom's like, excuse me? Yes, they're distracting other students, they smell disgusting, and they are just definitely not school appropriate. And keep in mind, this is preschool. And this teacher's going full-on Gordon Ramsay about a 5-year-old's lunch. The mom is stunned. She says this, look, I know it's not the healthiest, but he loves it. It's some of what he eats at home, and it's just comforting for him. Well, it's making the classroom uncomfortable. So the mom wraps it up like a professional. I appreciate your concern, lady, but I'm not gonna completely change my son's lunches just because some other students are distracted by what he eats. Okay, bye. And she hangs up. For real though, where does this teacher get off? An hour later, ding, an email from the teacher. This email is saying that the mom's response was unacceptable and that these lunches are just too inappropriate to be sent to school anymore. What? Celery, goat cheese, blue cheese, kimchi, spam, what is wrong with that? This teacher banned a 5-year-old's lunch because she is an ignorant piece of work. Yeah, I'll give her a clean 7. Could have been worse. 7, generous. Every time this class got a sub, there was this one kid who would quietly take out a piece of paper, title it Sub Scoreboard, and start grading the sub as the class went on. No one said anything, no one gave it away, it was just this perfect silent agreement that this class always did. He kept the scoreboard hidden in between his notebook like it was official. And the stuff he graded? Petty, specific, unnecessary stuff. -1 for mispronouncing names, -2 for saying, I don't know, I'm just the sub. +3 if they actually followed the lesson, -1 if the class got too loud, and bonus points if they brought in snacks. He'd make a mark, nod to himself, and keep going. Just stay in your assigned seats, okay? I don't know, I'm just a sub. Then at the end of the class, right before the bell, he would walk up, fold the paper once, and hand it to the sub. Final score, 7 out of 10. Not bad. Some subs laughed, some were not amused at all. And one time, this sub read the paper, looks at the kid, and says, "You think you're funny? Let's see if the principal thinks this is funny." The kid just blinks, grabs the paper back, and adds one more score. -5, no sense of humor. He folds it again, hands it back, and he walks away. That kid is hilarious. Let's be honest, none of you are going anywhere in life. What? Yo, that's messed up. So on this day, this teacher was already at her limit. Kids were talking in class, someone was playing Subway Surfers at full volume, and she snaps. She turns to the class and she says this: "You know what, guys? It's clear that you do not want to learn, and let's be real, none of you are going anywhere in life anyway." The whole room freezes. People were shocked. Did she really just say that? Well, one kid stood up, and without hesitation, he says this: "Clearly, you didn't go anywhere in life either." At this point, the class is losing it. She hits him with this: "Sir, excuse me, you have no room to speak. You are literally failing my class." And that's when he ends her with this: "Yeah, and you've been teaching this class for 19 years. You eat yogurt for lunch, still drive a 2006 Toyota Corolla, and you cry in the parking lot before second period, so I'm sorry, who's really failing here?" A kid flips a chair. Oh my god. The bell rang, these students are going absolutely insane. She stands there frozen. She has no idea what the heck to do. And then as he's about to leave the classroom, he looks at her and says this: "Hey, from now on, shut your mouth and let me fail in peace. See you tomorrow." And he left the room. That's absolutely crazy. He wrote all of that down in that notebook? Yeah. Holy sh! Everyone at the school knew about Eli. Not because he was loud or popular. It was just the opposite, actually. You see, Eli was just off. He wore the same hoodie every single day, carried one of those tiny spiral notebooks in his back pocket, and he was always scribbling in it during class. Like it'd be mid-lecture, he would just pause, start writing in this thing, and then he would stop, snap it closed, and stare ahead like nothing happened. Now, people assumed it was a sketchbook or he was writing stories or something, but the rumors started flying pretty quick. Some kids thought it was a hit list. Others thought he was writing creepy fan fiction. It got to a point where a teacher actually pulled him aside to ask him about it. Eli just said, "It's nothing bad, I just like to keep track of things." And for a while, that was enough, until someone found one of the notebooks. It fell out of his pocket during gym class. Oh my god. Yo, Steven, is that what I think it is? Yup. And yeah, it wasn't a hit list, but it was weird. He had pages dedicated to different people, not in a creepy way, more like stats. Stuff like, Jamie asks to borrow a pencil 3 times a week. Mr. Grant pretends he doesn't see phones on desks. Cafeteria, chicken sandwich rotation is every 6 days. It was like he was documenting the entire school. Patterns, routines, habits, everything. And the weirdest part, he was right. Everything he wrote down was dead on accurate. He had memorized the school's entire system and everybody in it. After that, people stopped making jokes, because anytime somebody wanted to know something, like what day pizza was coming back, when Mr. Grant gave pop quizzes, what the fire drill schedule looked like, they didn't ask the office or the teachers. They asked Eli. So yeah, he wasn't a problem. He was a database. Hey, you're the guy selling the dresser, right? Yes, sir, 40 bucks and it's yours. This guy was scrolling through Craigslist, looking for some cheap furniture, when he found a solid wooden dresser that he really liked. He meets up with the seller, pays him, and hauls the dresser home. Everything seems totally normal, until he opened up the first drawer. What the heck is this? And inside that drawer was a Ziploc bag full of teeth. Human teeth. And not just like a couple of teeth. We're talking dozens. Different sizes, shapes, colors, some old and yellow, others perfectly white. What is this? He immediately calls the seller. Hey, yeah, hi, so what's in this dresser? Oh, you found the teeth, huh? Yes, I found the teeth. Why are there teeth in this dresser that you sold me? Listen, man, my grandpa was a dentist and those are his collection, okay? A collection of human teeth. Okay, so why are they in the dresser? Oh, that's just where he kept them. Okay, but why are there so many of them, dude? This is kind of crazy. I don't know, bro. He was really passionate about teeth, okay? Now I got a Caesar salad and Love is Blind to watch. Can I go? Yeah, okay, bye. So this guy did what any normal person would do. He kept the teeth. Why? Well, just in case. That guy's grandpa was a serial murderer. Dumb reasons people got in trouble at school. It was grade school and it was the end of the day. This kid got on his bus, but the bus driver had to wait a few minutes to leave because there were still some students making their way to the bus. So the bus driver suggested they sing a song. All right, students, we're gonna be heading out here soon, but while we wait, let's do a little sing-along, okay? Let's sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That's when this one kid said this. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star sucks. What did you say to me? Twinkle Twinkle Little Star sucks? That's it. The driver then went back to where this kid was sitting and dragged him off the bus and pulled him by the arm to the principal's office. Come on, come on. What the heck? Yeah, Miss Henley, this kid threatened me. You should give him a detention, make him stay. I did not. Sit down. I'm calling your parents. His parents were then called and they were forced to pick him up. They raised this issue to the school superintendent. He then checked the footage of the bus, and they obviously saw that this kid didn't do anything that bad. In fact, the bus driver shouldn't have grabbed him like that. He was fired. This woman was arrested. Here's why. So her son was in like elementary school or middle school, I think, and he told her one day that he was getting bullied by some kid at school. This kid would always steal his water bottles and his drinks and stuff like that, and call him names. Well, she couldn't stand to hear that. Her name is Jennifer Rossi, and she came up with a plan to get back at this bully. One day, she mixed together lemon juice, vinegar, Gatorade, and salt into a sports bottle. She gave it to her son to take to school the next day. And like clockwork, during PE class, this happened. Hey, Elliot. Yeah? Give me your water bottle. Okay. Apparently, the kid then got violently ill and was sent to the hospital. There was then, of course, an investigation, and that's when police found out that this woman was the one who deliberately made this drink to give to the bully. What do you think about all this? You shouldn't have stolen the water bottle, right? It's crazy that she's in jail. The weirdest things kids have ever done. The person that shared this said that last year, as she was picking up her dog's poop in her backyard, she realized that her dog had pooped more, and some of the poops were looking very weird. She didn't think too much of it. Well, every day after that, for about 3 weeks, she kept noticing these weird poops in the yard. She was starting to get concerned. Was her dog sick? Why did some poops look normal and some poops look weird? She then called and made an appointment to take the dog to a vet. Well, a couple of days before the appointment, she was doing dishes in her kitchen. That's when she glanced out the kitchen window and noticed something strange happening in her backyard. It was her daughter, pooping in the yard. Those weird poops did not come from the dog. They came from her own kid. Turns out her daughter had been pooping in their backyard every day for weeks because she was scared of the bathroom. Yeah, I'm gonna need to cancel my dog's appointment. Yeah, bye-bye. The weirdest compliments people received. This woman was stopped on the street by a stranger. Hey, excuse me. Yeah? I just wanted to say that I love your cheekbones. You look like an elf. Thank you. This person also got a weird compliment. Hey bro, this is Jack. Hey, what's up, man? Jack, nice to meet you. I'm Carl. Oh man, what? Let me see that. You have an awesome left ear. Thank you, man. That's really nice of you to say. This girl was on a date. Hi, Steven, right? Stacy, you look different than in your pictures. Well, I hope that's a good thing. Oh, no, it's good. You look like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. But in a cute way, like a cute Gollum. And last but not least, have you ever been complimented by your dentist? Well, this dude has. Buddy, your oral cavity is amazing to work with. There's so much space in here. Oh, thank you. An awesome way to mess with someone. The guy that shared the story said that when he was 12 years old, he was sitting on a bench at Six Flags by himself, when suddenly an average-looking guy in his 20s comes up to him, looks him dead in the eyes and says, "You are going to remember me for the rest of your life." And he walks away. That kid is now 45 years old, and that random stranger was correct. He's thought about that moment every day since then. That's crazy. When this person was in 6th grade, he went to this small store by his house and bought a bunch of tiny food-shaped erasers, like these. He sold the erasers 2 for $1, and business was frickin' booming. He was making tons of money, and he kept buying more and more erasers, and he kept selling out. By the end of the year, he made over $1,000. What did he use that money for? He spent all that money on food for his family, and gave some of it to his grandma. Respect. Worst Christmas gifts ever. When this girl was 8 years old, it was Christmas morning and she was hanging out with her entire family. Her grandma hands her a gift. "This is to you from me." "I can't wait to open it, Grandma. Thank you so much." She opens it up and sees that it's a Christmas ornament. It's a little cherub with yarn hair and rosy cheeks. Well, this upset her very much. She cried because this was the exact same ornament she got for her grandma the year before, and she had to save her allowance up for weeks in order to get it. But apparently, her grandma didn't care. This dude accidentally ruined Christmas. The guy that shared this story has a wife and 2 young children. It was a couple days before Christmas, and he was kind of groggy. He was partying with his neighbor the night before. Well, it was garbage day and he was taking out the trash. He went back inside through the garage and he noticed that there were 2 more big black garbage bags. So he took those out and threw them in the trash as well. The garbage truck came and that was that. Well, fast forward to Christmas Eve. His wife had asked him, "Hey Doug, have you seen the kids' Christmas gifts?" No, where did you put them last?" "I had all of their gifts in a big garbage bag in the garage, but they're not there." That's right. He had accidentally thrown away every single Christmas gift that was meant for his kids. And like I said, it was now Christmas Eve. "You better go out and figure this out." Okay. Everything was closed, except for 7-Eleven. So what did he do? He bought a bunch of stuff from 7-Eleven. He brought that home and that's what his kids got for Christmas the next morning. To this day, those kids refer to that one Christmas as the year Santa forgot their gifts and instead brought them candy and lottery tickets. This is pretty messed up. It was Christmas time, and on this particular year, this woman decided to skip her family's Christmas and go to her fiance's family's Christmas instead. She loves her family Christmas tradition, but she decided it was only fair to try her fiance's traditions. Let's call her fiance Dan. Well, she went all out on gifts. She got amazing gifts for Dan's parents. She even got stuff for all of his aunts and uncles. After Dan's family opened up all of her gifts, it was her turn. And she was excited. She saw a big pile of gifts that were all for her. "Those are all for me?" That's so nice of you guys. Well, she opened her first gift. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's a piece of coal. "You've been naughty." She figured it was just a harmless prank, so she continued. "Another piece of coal." Coal. You know what, I'm done. This is not funny to me at all. "Dan, I skipped my own family's Christmas tradition for this?" "Sweetie, this is a long-term thing we do with any newcomer to the family. It's a harmless prank." "Screw you." And she left. Did they apologize? No. Instead, they yelled at her for embarrassing Dan in front of their entire family. That's messed up to me. Weird things teachers made students do. One day in 6th grade, this kid got to his math class before everybody else. It was just him and the teacher for a few minutes. And he was kind of anxious. So he was sitting there kind of jittery, but minding his own business. The teacher then noticed he was jittery. And this is what she did. "Hi, I want you to stand up right now, please." Okay. "Now I want you to dance. Just dance right there in your spot. Just dance." "What do you mean?" "Start dancing." "Can you at least put some music on or something for me?" No. And so he stood there and he was dancing. He had no idea why he was doing this, but students were walking down the hall looking at him so weird. What the heck? "Can I please stop dancing now?" No! And then finally the bell rang. "Okay, now you can stop." "Thanks." He told his parents what happened and they were super pissed. His mom went to the school the next day and chewed this teacher out in front of the principal. This girl is the worst. The guy that shared the story said it was halfway through his freshman year of high school. He didn't have any friends and he was bullied fairly often. He sat in the back of every single class he was in and he stayed quiet most of the time. That's why he was confused when suddenly this popular girl started talking to him. "Steven, right?" Yeah. "Yeah, I'm Kayla." After about a week of flirting with him, she asked for his number. A few days after that, they were walking down the hallway together when she led him to a stairwell that was rarely used. "Come with me." Okay. When they got in the stairwell, he just stood there, and then she leaned in for a kiss. But right before they made contact, she spit in his face. Oh, God! That's when a bunch of her friends popped out of nowhere. What a loser! Like I'd ever kiss you. Here's another senior prank for you guys. A few days before graduation, the senior class listed the principal's house for sale on Craigslist. They priced it $75,000 below market, and they scheduled an open house on the day and time of the graduation ceremony. When the principal got home from graduation, there were at least a dozen people in his driveway wanting to see the house. What are you all doing here? We're here for the open house. We saw the Craigslist ad. We're here for the open house. Yeah, I'm interested in buying. What's the nightlife like in this area?
I'm here because my sister's in the toilet.
The ad said free lasagna. Does your wife come with the house?
No. This senior class is crazy for this. This high school had an interior courtyard in one of the buildings. Well, the senior class wanted to leave their mark. They wanted to be remembered for the best senior prank of all time. Well, there was a Paul Bunyan restaurant about 15 miles away. So this is what happened. At 4 a.m., most of the senior class showed up at this Paul Bunyan restaurant. They then managed to free the statue from its spot and secure it to one student's pickup truck. They then drove back to the school and they put the Paul Bunyan statue in the middle of the courtyard. The next day, the school had to hire a crane to get the statue removed. Walmart customers are the worst. This person used to work at Walmart as a cashier. Well, one lady came up wanting to use a coupon for $1 off. And they have a coupon right here for $1 off. Ma'am, this coupon's expired. I'm so sorry. Expired? 4 days ago. Yeah, 4 days ago is not today. That coupon is expired. I can't do anything about it. I'm not leaving here until you take my coupon. There's a really long line behind you, ma'am. Can we please just keep this moving? I can't take your coupon. Take my coupon now. At this point, this guy was just super fed up. So he reached into his pocket and pulled out a $5 bill. Here's $5. If I give you this, will you shut up about the coupon and leave the store? For some reason, this made her super, super mad. How dare you say that to me? Excuse me. You just tried to hit me. The cops were then called and she was arrested. Craziest coworkers ever. This person used to work an office job, and he said he had this one coworker. At first glance, this guy was very normal, and he was super good at his job. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Carl, how you doing? Hey, great job on that report last week, man. Steven, thank you, I appreciate it. Well, one day, they were all working when they heard police sirens and noticed police were parked outside the building. That one coworker then stood up and said, I'm pretty sure the cops are here for me, so I'm gonna go out there and talk to him. He left the building and he was arrested on site. Turns out, this guy unalived his landlord and ate his corpse. You never really do know someone, huh? ChatGPT was supposed to destroy his business. However, business is still booming. An article was just released. It's about this service called Killer Papers. It's a tutoring and essay writing service. KP, the man behind this business, started it way back in high school, where he would write essays for his classmates. For $20 to $30 a piece, athletes and rich kids were having him write their papers. Everyone was happy and everyone stayed in good academic standing. However, he found himself in the principal's office a lot. So, to avoid any further trouble, he shut the business down. Fast forward 6 years, he graduates college and he couldn't stand the job he was in. So, he started this business. Fast forward another 6 years, and at the end of November 2022, he was doing 7 figures in annual revenue. Well, now with the rise of artificial intelligence and services like ChatGPT, people are wondering, how is this going to affect your business? There's no way you can stay in business. This is the end for you, buddy. And he was definitely worried. It was panic time. He had no idea what he was going to do, but he didn't back down. People on his Instagram were sending him DMs, mocking him, leaving comments. It was brutal, but he adapted. Instead of getting defensive, he made fun of himself on his own social media. People loved the honesty, and they began defending him. He then adjusted spending around his company. He was trying to save money everywhere. He then used AI himself. He used AI to assist with payroll and accounting, and it helped save time and money. All of this topped by the fact that universities and teachers were cracking down on AI-written essays. And just like that, for now, him and his business are back on track. There's so much more in the article. You can read it right here. Gotta respect the hustle. My favorite comebacks. Come on, loser. Come on, Kyle. Keep up. This is gym class, not nap time. You know what, Chad? Screw you, man. Excuse me? Yeah, screw you, man. You're mean for no reason. Shut up. It's because you're a loser, you're ugly, you're slow, and you're lazy. No one here likes you, bro. Nobody. If you keep bullying, man, you're gonna regret it, I promise you. Oh, really? Yeah, what are you gonna do? You gonna punch me? No, I'm gonna slap you. Oh, you're gonna slap me? Oh my god, I'm so scared. He's gonna slap me, guys. But my slap is different. Oh yeah, how? Because I'm gonna slap you so hard that my hand will be recognized at graduation. Oh, shut up. Stacy Curtin. Kyle Johnson. Kyle Johnson's hand.
Slap Chad!
The people have spoken. Chad, get up here. No. Now. Crazy things people did as kids. When this kid was 10 years old, he was riding his bike around his neighborhood. When he accidentally ran into a fence, flying off his bike, slamming face first into the ground. His nose was cracked, and it was bleeding everywhere. He walked his bike back to his house. When he walked inside, his dad saw his terribly messed up nose and said, "Oh my god, son, who did that to you?" And instead of him saying he crashed his bike, he said this: "It was Greg." Now, it obviously wasn't Greg. Greg was the biggest bully at the school. Get in the car, now. And they drove to Greg's house. How can I help you? Yeah, is your son Greg home? There you are, come here. If you ever mess with my son again, you are going to wish you've never been born. You like mayonnaise, kid? I said you like mayonnaise? I hate mayonnaise. Well then watch your back, buddy, because I got jars of it in my pantry. What did I do? Here's what happens when you bully the wrong kid. I'm so angry today, I want to bully somebody so bad. Oh, there's Kyle, my first victim of the day. Hey Kyle, you're such a loser. First off, brush your teeth. What? You dirty mouth, buck-tooth idiot. Hey, no, your mom's so dumb she washes paper plates. And you're more useless than the water in a ketchup bottle. Caterpillar eyebrows, picture frame, huggin' creep. Hey, don't talk to him like that. Shut up, Stacy. You're like the end piece of a loaf of bread. Everyone touches you, but nobody wants you. If your parents got divorced, would they go back to being brother and sister? I hope everything you've ever loved dies slowly in your arms. This school had the dumbest rule ever. This one high school had a rule where students were not allowed to have facial hair at all, not even stubble. It got to the point where every day a teacher would walk around the lunchroom with a shaving cream bottle and a razor, doing stubble checks. And if he saw any student with facial hair at all, he would shave it right then and there. You. What? That mustache has gotta go, my friend. But sir, you have a mustache too. Well, I'm a teacher, so it doesn't matter. And you know the rules. Now pucker up, Buttercup, that caterpillar's gotta go. Goodbye, old friend. This went on for years. Well, one day, this teacher accidentally cut someone's lip really bad, and this rule had to change. Hey Kyle, I saw you school supply shopping with your mom last week. That's so lame. At least my mom is still in my life. Where's your mom? Oh, that's right, she left you guys and started a family with the mailman. I swear to God, I don't blame her. Look at you. If your life was a video game, you would be an NPC, bro. Shut up. You know what, dude? You know what? You're the reason aliens won't talk to us. That is not true. No, watch. I bet you money the day you die, they're gonna be like, oh, nice, dude. He's gone. We can finally go down there. That guy sucked.
Hey, boss. Yes, the human they called Chad, he died today. He has a tiger attack. All right, finally, right? That guy sucked. All right, bring the ship down to Earth. Let's go say hi.
Craziest things people did in school. When this kid was in 6th grade, during PE, he always brought himself a large bottle of water. Well, because of this, kids were always asking him for sips, and he was getting very, very annoyed. So, he had an idea. He brought himself a second water bottle, but this time, he would dissolve clear, tasteless, but very strong laxatives into the water. So whenever kids asked, yo, can I have a sip of that? He would give him the water with the laxatives in it. Yeah, man, no problem. Here. The laxatives would always kick in after PE during the next class. Oh God. And it even got to the point where there was lines for the bathroom because so many kids had to poop. Weird fast food experiences. This guy used to work at Taco Bell. One day, an old man pulled into the drive-thru, but he went right past the place where you order and straight to the second window. Sir, you were supposed to place your order back there? Yeah, I'll take a venti caramel ice latte. And then this isn't Starbucks. But exactly a week after this incident, it happened again. Sir, you're supposed to order You. Yeah, I'll take a venti caramel ice. Is this Starbucks? No, this is Taco Bell, man. Oh, okay. And again, a week after that. Order coffee. What? Starbucks. Taco Bell. Oh. This happened for 3 months, until one day it mysteriously just stopped. Who knows what was going through that guy's head? Who do you think's the biggest loser at our school? Definitely Kyle. Hey bro, I heard that. Good. You're a loser. You think I'm a loser? Yeah, man, you literally have 0 riz. First of all, that's completely wrong. Hey, Stacy. Hey, what's up, Kyle? I just wanted to say that yesterday, your presentation in history class was amazing. Like, I was mind blown, and your hair looks awesome today. Oh my gosh, thank you, Kyle. Text me? Yeah, for sure. That doesn't mean anything. Watch, I can do it too. Hey, Carla. Shut up, Chad. What the heck? I'm the coolest kid in school. That is so false. A literal house plant is cooler than you. Oh, funny joke, dude. What plant is that? Carlos. Hey, what up, Carlos?
What's up, bro? I've been chilling. You be easy now.
This story's hilarious. When this girl was little, for some reason, she thought sneezing was hilarious. The scene in Beauty and the Beast where Belle's dad sneezes in his workshop and dust flies everywhere, she loved it. She would rewind it and watch it over and over again. Well, one day, when she was in kindergarten, she somehow found out that a student who was in 1st grade was very allergic to pollen. So she had an idea. Every day at recess, she would go outside, pick a handful of dandelions, and chase her around the playground. Come here, come here. No. And when she would get close enough, she would shove the dandelions in this girl's face. Well, it got to a point where one day at recess, she was chasing her around with dandelions as usual, but this time the reaction was more than a sneeze. She was sent to the hospital, and from that day on, whenever she wanted to watch someone sneeze, she would just go on YouTube. Here's how to know if somebody's watching you. Have you ever been sitting in class and just felt like somebody behind you was staring at you? Well, this is what you do. You yawn. Yawning is contagious, so if you yawn while someone's looking at you, they will yawn as well. So what you do is you yawn, and then you quickly look around, and whoever's yawning, that's the person who was looking at you. This is how it would go down. Chad, Stacy, I see yourself.
সারাদিন আমি যেন ভালো হয়ে চলি।
আচ্ছা বাবা, কি হয়েছে বলো তো? সারাক্ষণ কি নিয়ে চিন্তা করো?
শুভ, এই শুভ, এই যে
বাড়িতে আমার মা, বোন টুম্পা। আপনার? আপনাকে যদি কখনো বলা হয়।
3 দুগুণে কত? 6। গুড, ভেরি গুড।
একটা ফোন আসতেছে, বুঝছো? আমি
মা, ভাইয়ের সাথে কথা আমার কাছে জিনের বাচ্চার নাম্বার আছে। জিনের বাচ্চা
করতে চাস নাকি ইটিস পিটিস করতে চাস? বদতমিজ।
হ্যালো বন্ধু, আমার রোদে দিছস? এই তো দিছি তো, ঠিক মতো রোদে দিছস?
কি শুনতে চান? আমি আপনাকে ভালোবাসি।
ভালোবাসা যে এত প্যারা, এত কষ্ট, এত জ্বালা যন্ত্রণা জানলে ভালোই বাসতাম। জিসান আর তুলির ভালোবাসার ইতিহাস তাই রক্ত লাগবে।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম দুলা ভাই।
আরে শালা, ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। কি খবর, কেমন আছো? গলায় দড়ি লাগাই দিছে ভাবি।
গলায় দড়ি দিছি মানে গলায় 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 কেন রেখেছেন আমাকে? কি হয়েছে বলতো?
আর বলিস না, তোরে যে বুকিং দিচ্ছে সে তো এখন আমার পিছনে লাগছে।
জিসান, আমার দরজা লাগাই দিছে। আমার দরজা লাগাই দিছে। কই যায়? কই যা? ফোন দিয়ে যেতেছি, তুমি ফোনই ধরো না। তোমার ফোন ধরার কোনো নামই নাই, কোনো কথা। তোমার ফোন ধরো না কেন?
এবারে এক্সামের প্রিপারেশন কিরকম তোদের? আমি তো খুবই এক্সাইটেড, কারণ আমার প্রিপারেশন খুবই ভালো।
জিসান দরজা খোল। কি বুঝতেছি না।
ব্যবসা করেন, অনেক বড় ব্যবসা।
বাইকটা নষ্ট হয়ে গেল। অনেকদিন পর বাচ্চাদেরকে এভাবে দেখলাম, খুব ভালো লাগছে, সুন্দর।
চিন্তার কি আর শেষ আছে রে মা?
টুম্পাও ভালো আছে, তুই কেমন আছিস বাবা?
মা আমি আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালো আছি। শোনো না, কেমন চলে?
ভালো চলছে। তুই বাড়ি আসবি কবে?
আমি
মানে আপনি আমাকে ভুল বুঝতেছেন। আমি আপনাকে ডাকছি এটা বলার জন্য যে আপনি আমাকে এরপর থেকে বাবা, আমার শুধু বাবাই আছে আর আমি। সবাইকে কি বলছি, বাসায় গিয়া এই পড়াটা পড়তে হবে, ঠিক আছে? এখন ছুটি, বাসায় যাও। আপনাকে অনেকবার বলছি এরকম রাস্তাঘাটে আমার সাথে কথা বলবেন না, বিরক্ত করবেন না।
কেন?
লোকটাকে